Train your mind with the greatest Stoic quotes to become fearless and unstoppable. I remember a moment, a crisp morning when the sun barely crested the horizon, that changed everything for me. There I was, standing at the edge of an ancient cliff, feeling both the weight of my failures and the stirring of an inner resolve that demanded transformation. In that instant, as the cool wind whispered secrets of past philosophers and the rugged terrain mirrored life's challenges, I realized that the true power of Stoic philosophy lay not in grandiose declarations, but in the simple, resolute act of choosing how we perceive every setback. And it is in this very choice that I invite you to join me today, as we embark on a transformative journey of mind training through the greatest Stoic quotes ever uttered. A journey that promises to unlock the fearless and unstoppable force within you. We begin by delving into the heart of Stoicism, a philosophy that has withstood the test of time and emerged as a beacon of resilience and clarity in the midst of chaos. As we wander through the annals of history, we encounter the voices of ancient sages like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, voices that echoed through the centuries with lessons so profound they continue to inspire modern minds like ours. I challenge you to reflect. When was the last time you paused to consider the power of your own thoughts? When did you last embrace the idea that adversity is not a burden but an opportunity for growth? With every step we take on this journey, we uncover the layers of mental fortitude that lie dormant within us, waiting for the spark of awareness to ignite them into life. I invite you to picture this. Imagine waking up each morning with a sense of unwavering purpose, where the chaos of daily life is met with a calm, collected mind. This is the promise of Stoic discipline, a way of living that transforms every setback into a stepping stone toward greatness. In those early moments of dawn, as the world around you stirs awake, you too can harness the power of Stoic quotes like, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This simple yet profound reminder tells us that our inner world is our true domain, and that no matter the turbulence outside, we hold the reins of our emotions. It is a call to action that resonates with the very core of human potential, urging us to become the architects of our own destiny. As we move forward, you might wonder, how can we apply these ancient teachings in our modern lives? The answer lies in the practice of mindful reflection and self-inquiry. We start by examining our reactions to everyday challenges, be it a failed project, a harsh word from a friend, or an unexpected change in circumstances. Instead of succumbing to despair, we can choose to see these moments as opportunities to train our mind, to sharpen our resolve, and to cultivate a fearless spirit that refuses to be subdued by external circumstances. Every obstacle, every misstep, becomes a lesson in resilience and an invitation to become more present, more aware, and ultimately, more unstoppable. I recall a time when life seemed insurmountably difficult. The pressures of work, the weight of expectations, and the unpredictability of fate converged into a maelstrom of uncertainty. Yet in that very storm, I found solace in the Stoic notion that the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. This quote, echoing through my mind like a mantra, transformed my perspective. I began to see every challenge not as a barrier but as a catalyst for progress. And it is this mindset, a blend of ancient wisdom and modern determination, that I urge you to embrace. Because when we truly understand that every trial is a teacher, we start to realize that the greatest battles we face are not those with the outside world, but those within our own minds. We often speak of being fearless. Yet what does it truly mean to be fearless? It is not the absence of fear, but rather the mastery of it. Stoicism teaches us that fear is merely a construct of the mind, a fleeting emotion that loses its grip when confronted with the truth of our own strength. I ask you now, have you ever stood at the precipice of a daunting challenge, feeling the surge of adrenaline and the whisper of doubt, only to realize that the true enemy was not the task before you, but the inertia within? By meditating on Stoic quotes and embracing the discipline of our thoughts, we empower ourselves to rise above the trivial anxieties that often hold us back. It is through this rigorous self-discipline that we become truly fearless and, in turn, unstoppable in our pursuit of a meaningful life. Throughout this journey, we will encounter moments of introspection that challenge us to look deeply into the recesses of our soul. Consider the powerful insight of Epictetus: "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This quote isn't just a call to personal responsibility. It is a declaration of our inherent power to shape our reality. I urge you to reflect on your own life. When adversity strikes, do you recoil in despair? Or do you stand firm, ready to harness the transformative energy of your mind? By internalizing this wisdom, we learn that the true measure of our strength is found not in external achievements, but in the quiet, unwavering resolve that resides within us. I want you to know that this journey is not meant for the faint-hearted. It is a call to arms for those who are willing to confront their innermost fears and embrace the discipline of Stoic thought. As we weave through stories of ancient resilience and modern triumph, we uncover practical advice that you can apply immediately to transform your life. Imagine yourself waking up every day with a clear mind and a heart unburdened by the trivialities of external chaos. Visualize the freedom that comes with knowing that you alone have the power to dictate your emotional state. That you can rise above the clamor of everyday distractions and tap into a wellspring of inner peace and strength. The journey we embark on today is one of deep self-discovery and relentless pursuit of virtue. We are not simply absorbing quotes, we are engaging in a dialogue with our own consciousness. A conversation that challenges us to rethink the very nature of our existence. Every Stoic quote is a spark, a reminder that the obstacles we face are the very tools we need to carve out a life of purpose and passion. I invite you to join me as we examine these quotes not as relics of the past, but as vibrant, living principles that can guide us to a future where we stand fearless in the face of adversity. As our dialogue unfolds, I share with you the wisdom that has been passed down through the ages, a wisdom that has helped me overcome moments of doubt and despair. There were days when I questioned my own strength, when the weight of expectations and the unpredictability of life made it seem easier to give in to defeat. But in those dark moments, I turned to the teachings of Stoicism and discovered that every setback was a lesson in disguise. One of my favorite quotes, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality," reminded me that much of our pain is self-inflicted, a product of our own overthinking and fear of the unknown. I learned that by quieting the mind and focusing on what truly matters, we can dismantle the barriers that hold us back from realizing our full potential. I want you to feel the energy of this philosophy as it courses through your veins, a powerful, unstoppable force that redefines what it means to live with courage and integrity. It is in the face of life's most daunting challenges that we discover the vast reservoirs of strength hidden deep within us. Every time we push through a moment of discomfort or silence the inner critic, we are training our minds, sharpening our resolve, and stepping into a realm where fear has no dominion. The essence of Stoicism is not in avoiding hardship, but in embracing it as a crucible for growth. I challenge you to ask yourself, what if every moment of discomfort was not a signal to retreat, but a call to rise higher? How might your life change if you saw every obstacle as an opportunity to fortify your inner fortress? As we journey further, the narrative of Stoicism begins to intertwine with the modern world in unexpected ways. I recall a particularly trying experience, a moment when I faced a crisis that threatened to shatter my sense of self. In that crucible of uncertainty, I remembered the Stoic truth that the best revenge is not to be like your enemy. This powerful statement urged me to rise above negativity, to break free from the cycle of retaliation, and instead, to respond with dignity and wisdom. It was a turning point that not only altered the course of my life but also redefined my understanding of true strength. In that moment, I realized that the principles of Stoic philosophy are as relevant today as they were centuries ago, offering us a timeless guide to navigating the storms of modern life with poise and resilience. Throughout our conversation, I weave in the practical aspects of Stoicism, lessons that you can apply in your everyday life to become more centered and focused. I urge you to start by examining your daily habits. How often do you allow the trivial worries of the day to dictate your mood? How frequently do you give yourself the space to simply be? To reflect on your inner self without the constant barrage of external distractions? Incorporating even a few minutes of mindful reflection into your routine can have a transformative effect on your mental clarity and emotional well-being. It is a practice that not only reinforces the wisdom of Stoic quotes but also instills in you a sense of inner discipline that is both empowering and liberating. Imagine a life where each challenge is met with a calm, resolute mind. A life where you no longer feel overwhelmed by the unpredictability of the world. But instead, you stand as a pillar of strength and wisdom. This is the promise of Stoic discipline. A promise that invites you to reclaim your power and redefine your relationship with adversity. I know that on some days, the weight of life's burdens may seem unbearable, and you might find yourself questioning whether true inner peace is within reach. But remember, it is in those very moments of vulnerability that the seeds of transformation are sown. Every struggle, every setback, is an invitation to dig deeper, to explore the recesses of your soul, and to emerge on the other side with a newfound sense of clarity and purpose. We often overlook the fact that Stoicism is not about suppressing emotions, but rather about understanding them. It teaches us that our emotions, when properly harnessed, can serve as powerful indicators of what truly matters in our lives. Instead of being swept away by the tide of momentary passions, we learn to observe our feelings with a detached curiosity, a practice that allows us to respond to life with measured, thoughtful action. I challenge you to experiment with this approach. The next time you feel overwhelmed by anger or despair, pause for a moment and ask yourself, what is the deeper lesson here? How can this emotion guide me toward growth? By adopting this mindset, you transform each emotional upheaval into a stepping stone on your journey to becoming fearless and unstoppable. In the spirit of this exploration, I encourage you to consider the story of a friend, a person who, despite facing relentless hardships, managed to rise above adversity by embracing the Stoic path. This friend, whom I hold in deep admiration, once confided in me. I realized that my true strength wasn't found in avoiding pain, but in confronting it head-on. Every time I felt overwhelmed, I recited the words of Seneca, reminding myself that difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. His words resonated with me deeply, for they encapsulated the essence of what it means to train your mind through Stoic wisdom. His unwavering determination and the transformative power of his daily practice serve as a shining example of how Stoicism can turn life's most daunting obstacles into opportunities for profound growth. As our conversation continues, I want you to feel the surge of possibility that comes from embracing these principles wholeheartedly. Think of every Stoic quote as a beacon of light, guiding you through the darkness of uncertainty toward a horizon filled with promise and potential. We are all capable of extraordinary feats when we choose to see beyond the immediate and tap into the enduring power of our inner resolve. Whether you are facing personal loss, professional setbacks, or the everyday struggles that life throws your way, the timeless wisdom of Stoicism offers a roadmap to a life marked by calm determination and fearless action. There are moments when life challenges us so intensely that we feel as though our very foundation is shaking. It is in those moments that the words of Marcus Aurelius come to mind. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. This quote, steeped in the profound understanding that our thoughts are the architects of our destiny, compels us to scrutinize the mental narratives that shape our lives. I urge you to take a moment, right now, to observe the patterns of your thinking. Are they rooted in fear and self-doubt? Or do they reflect the resilient spirit of someone determined to rise above adversity? In our modern world, where distractions abound and negativity often feels inescapable, this practice of mindful introspection is more important than ever. I want you to imagine a future where each morning greets you not with anxiety, but with anticipation, a future where you are not merely surviving, but thriving amidst life's uncertainties. Picture yourself stepping out into the world with a mind as calm as still water, ready to absorb the lessons of each day like a sponge, and armed with the wisdom of ages past. This is not an unattainable fantasy, but a reality within your grasp if you choose to embrace the discipline of Stoicism. With every challenge you overcome, every fear you conquer, you add another layer to the foundation of an unshakable inner strength that will serve you for the rest of your life. As we near the conclusion of our shared journey, I want you to remember that the path to becoming fearless and unstoppable is not a destination, but an ongoing process, a lifelong commitment to self-improvement and unwavering determination. The Stoic quotes we have explored today are not just words etched in time. They are living testaments to the power of the human spirit. They remind us that no matter how turbulent the winds of fate may blow, we always have the ability to stand firm, to harness the raw energy of our emotions, and to transform every setback into a stepping stone toward greatness. I urge you to take these lessons to heart and apply them in your daily life. When you wake up tomorrow, allow the wisdom of Stoicism to guide your thoughts, to shape your actions, and to fortify your resolve. Embrace the challenge of self-reflection. Confront your fears with a courageous heart, and celebrate every small victory along the way. Because it is in these moments of intentional living that you will truly begin to understand what it means to be fearless and unstoppable. Imagine a life where every challenge is met with a fierce determination, where every setback is simply another opportunity to rise stronger, and where your mind is a fortress of calm amid the chaos of the world. I invite you to join me in this pursuit, a journey that transcends the boundaries of time and space, merging the ancient wisdom of Stoic philosophy with the dynamic energy of our modern lives. Together, we can train our minds to see beyond the transient nature of external events and instead focus on the enduring qualities of resilience, virtue, and inner strength. I encourage you to explore further resources on Stoicism and to immerse yourself in the teachings of those who have walked this path before us. Whether it's reading the Meditations of Marcus Aurelius, listening to the profound insights of Seneca, or reflecting on the practical advice of Epictetus, every encounter with Stoic wisdom brings you one step closer to becoming the fearless and unstoppable individual you were meant to be. For more in-depth discussions and practical tips on applying Stoic principles, you might consider visiting trusted resources such as https://dailystoic.com or https://modernstoicism.com, where the legacy of Stoicism continues to inspire countless others on their personal journeys. In closing, let us remember that life is an ever-unfolding tapestry of challenges and triumphs, and that each thread is an opportunity to weave a narrative of strength, purpose, and resilience. I stand before you today not just as someone who has studied Stoic philosophy, but as someone who has lived its lessons through moments of profound clarity and even deeper struggle. I know firsthand that the road to inner mastery is not easy. It demands discipline, introspection, and an unwavering commitment to growth. But I also know that within each of us lies the potential to become truly fearless, to transform every obstacle into an opportunity, and to emerge from the crucible of life with a spirit that is both unyielding and radiant. So I ask you once more, what will you choose? Will you let the fears of the past define you? Or will you harness the power of Stoic wisdom to carve out a future where you are the master of your fate? The choice is yours, and it begins with a single step, a step toward self-mastery, toward a life enriched by the discipline of thought, and toward a destiny where you are, indeed, fearless and unstoppable. As we part ways for now, carry with you the resonant echo of these timeless Stoic quotes. Let them serve as your compass in the tumultuous seas of life. Each word, each lesson, is a reminder that the greatest battles are fought and won within the confines of our own minds, and that by training our thoughts, we can transcend the limitations imposed by circumstance, embrace the challenge, trust in the process, and know that with every mindful breath you take, you are forging a legacy of strength and wisdom that will inspire generations to come. I leave you with a final thought. Life will always test you, and the storms may come unexpectedly. But armed with Stoic philosophy and a heart set on resilience, there is nothing you cannot overcome. Let this journey of self-discovery ignite a fire within you that burns brighter with every challenge. And may you forever walk the path of wisdom, courage, and unwavering determination. Remember, we are all in this together. And as you strive to train your mind and become truly fearless, know that the spirit of Stoicism is with you every step of the way. And so, as the final echoes of these ancient words fade into the background of your busy mind, allow the stillness that follows to remind you of the power you hold within. I am here with you, and together we can face the trials of life with a quiet strength and an unbreakable spirit. Let the journey toward becoming unstoppable be one of constant learning, unwavering determination, and a deep-seated belief that no matter how daunting the challenge, you have the power to shape your destiny. With every thought, every breath, and every moment of self-reflection, you are writing the story of a life defined not by fear, but by the relentless pursuit of excellence and inner peace. Now, take this message to heart and let it propel you forward into a future where every obstacle is merely a stepping stone. every setback a chance to grow, and every moment an opportunity to affirm your commitment to a life of stoic discipline. Embrace the journey, trust in the process, and above all, remember that the mind is the greatest tool you possess, one that, when trained with the wisdom of the ages, can render you truly fearless and unstoppable.